guys, welcome to Haunt Talk. I'm Josh and this is Kim, and today we're going to be reviewing Spoopy Ranch. Or Spooky Ranch.
It's Spooky Ranch.
Spooky Ranch, whatever. It should be called Spoopy Ranch. I like that better. This is in Columbia Station, Ohio. It's kind of like, I don't know, what is this? Like near Cleveland? I don't even know for sure what that was near.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of near Cleveland, near like North Olmsted, that kind of area.
And it is like kind of like a little scream park. They have a haunted hayride and 3 haunted houses. They also offer a zombie paintball, which we never do the ad on things like the escape rooms or anything like that, so we're just reviewing it on the others. And it's a cute little place.
So, it's very family friendly. If you're just starting out going to haunted houses, I definitely recommend this one. It's a good starter house. It wasn't like hugely scary. I mean, there was a couple spots that got me, but I don't know. It just
Wasn't real intense.
Yeah, it was not intense at all.
So we'll go ahead and just start into our categories. So we kind of just review everything overall as a whole. Kind of put all of the haunts and stuff together like we do for every place. So for sets and props, I would say the most impressive part for this is for sure the hayride.
Yeah.
They have quite a few little scenes and structures. Most of the scenes were just kind of like Western facades.
Yeah.
That's what most of them were. There's also like a little wasteland thing. But besides that, I think almost everything was kind of just looked like almost like a Western town. I think that's kind of what they're going for, though, I assume.
I think so, yeah.
And they had some cool things back there. Some things weren't working. We were informed that they're supposedly short-staffed at night. But we've also read that they say that a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't really know if that's true or not, but either way, so we kind of take that into consideration. Like there's a puppet on the hayride that was not working, and that's kind of sad. One thing that kind of, I think it was a little bit much, kind of pissed me off, pun intended, is there is a guy in an outhouse, well, an animatronic in an outhouse, that pees on you. And it's not like a little stream of water, it's like a hose is turned on.
Yeah.
And it was a ton. I mean, like, we got showered. And I'm like, I just don't know why you would want that much water. Like, I know a lot of haunts incorporate a little bit of water, but man.
Right, and especially, I mean, yeah, right now it's been really unseasonably warm in Ohio, but if it was like a regular October night and it was like 40 degrees, I don't think that's a very good thing to do. I mean, you definitely don't want to be, sopping wet sitting on a hayride in 40-degree weather. So, I mean, it was just a little much. A little spray would be okay, but to just, like, turn on a hose was just kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it was. And then also sets and props, the Extreme Nightmares. It had some cool things. There's some cool things that were in there. Nothing like, it's basically, the theme of that haunted house is a traditional haunted house.
Yeah.
Nothing out of the ordinary, really. Like, there was there was a little bit of an outside section that was like a graveyard scene. But nothing, like, particularly of note. It was well themed for the most part. There were some blank walls, though. Like, you could tell, like, at all times, I'd never really felt like I had transcended outside of a haunted house. Like, I always was reminded I was a haunted house by at least some kind of flaw in every room.
Yeah.
The 3D Funhouse is definitely the least impressive. I think, was that what they call it? Or TerraVisions? I don't know. It's the 3D Funhouse.
It was called Monster Vision in 3D. And it was essentially just like a clown haunted house.
Right.
That's what was in there. There weren't very many actors because we ran into the same clown girl like 4 times.
And sets and props wise, that's exactly what you'd expect.
Yeah.
Just exactly what you'd expect. Then the last one was a saloon type of thing.
Yeah.
I liked the theme. It was pretty cool. I don't think it was done all that well because it was in a barn and, like, you are very aware that you're in a barn, like, through most of it. Because there's a part where, like, they didn't really decorate it because there's actually live animals. You're like, oh, okay, we're in a barn.
Yeah, there were sheep.
That one had quite a bit of dark maze in it, too.
Yes.
There's quite a bit of dark sections. Like, the opening area was pretty cool because they built, like, a bar and a table and stairs. But then even, like, behind the bar, you could see where, like, the employees and stuff were stashing, like, their cups and that. And I'm just like, stuff like that takes you out of it. It's the attention to detail. And this place has been open for over 20 years. And you just would think that they would just be, like, not doing stuff like that. They'd be a little bit better on theming. They had a lot of puppet things. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And in the hayride, they had that big dragon.
Yeah, the hayride and the barn are kind of one and the same because they do drive you through the haunted barn while you're on the hayride. And the barn has like a huge dragon inside, which was really, really neat.
Yeah, that was cool. Could have been lit better, but the
Yeah,
thing was cool itself.
yeah, definitely. So for sets and props, we gave them a 7.5.
Yeah, above average. It was, I would say it's almost pretty good. It was almost good, but like you said, they just needed like more. I think they needed to set dress a little better, just to kind of like make you feel more like you were there.
Yeah.
So the next thing we have is actors.
The actors were okay. What actors were there? Because again, we were told that they were short-staffed that night, and you could definitely tell. Mm-hmm. There were a lot of scenes that had nobody in them. The barn in particular, there was one guy doing everything in that barn.
Oh yeah,
everything, which was not something that should have been done. There should have been at least like maybe 3 people in there doing everything.
He's like aware of costume. He just kind of kept going to the wagon, going woof at us. Yeah, going, woof woof.
Literally going woof.
Yeah,
like not weird. Even a howl or anything. He was just going woof.
That was a little strange. Yeah. I didn't really feel. I don't know. The actors didn't feel that passionate to me. They kind of just seemed like they didn't really have any original dialogue. I mean, the hayride is a little bit better, but like in the houses, like.
Well, the Bloodslinger one, the saloon, the girl did have like
whole big
right. dialogue at the
beginning. She was pretty good. She
was really good. Right. But otherwise, like there was one actor that was literally like talking this low to us.
Yeah.
For no reason.
And then the girl in the graveyard just kind of seemed like she didn't want to be there. It was weird. Like the way she was talking and stuff, like seemed like she was bored.
Yeah.
She's kind of like shuffled around. She wasn't really trying to scare anybody. It was weird. I don't know. But like I said, the hayride, they were pretty good, and the woman at the beginning of that. Also, the actor at the beginning of Nightmares, Extreme Nightmares. They had some dialogue.
Yeah, she was pretty good. She actually jumped and scared, because I didn't realize she was in the corner. I thought it was a prop standing in the corner, and when we got closed in the room, she like popped out and like scared us, so it was like, oh, okay. That was pretty cool. She did do a pretty good job. So, for actors, we gave them a 7.
Yeah. Just they were average. Yeah. Some of them were really good, but most of it, overall, was average to below average. So kind of like right in the middle there.
So up next is the scare factor. Again, this is not really a very scary haunted house.
Right.
Just a little above average. I know we keep saying that over and over again, but honestly, it's the truth.
The only one I would say is maybe like a little bit like Extreme Nightmares one does have some gore and some stuff like that. Because I think you can pick and choose like which ones you want to go to as well.
Yeah, you can pay for each individual one if you wanted to.
Yeah, you don't have to go to all of them. So like maybe if you're bringing your kids, maybe don't go to that one. It definitely was the scariest out of the haunted houses. Mm-hmm. But I think the other ones are very very friendly family. Very family friendly. I'm like, well, what did I just say?
You gotta keep that in. What was this? Okay, so for scare factor, we gave them a 6.
Yeah, that's not very scary. Not very scary at all. It's kind of entertaining somewhat. But yeah, it wasn't super scary. So that brings us to never mind. So the next up is value, and for all of them it's 25. It probably took us about a little less than an hour to get through everything. Probably a little less than, because it's kind of hard to calculate with walking and like standing in line. The longest thing being the hayride, that took almost 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then Extreme Nightmares was the longest haunted house, probably about 10 to 15, and the other ones were below 10. So, I mean, I think 25 is probably, that's a fair value for what you're getting.
Yeah, and that is, I want to emphasize this because I guess there's some misconceptions about it. That includes just the haunted houses, because there is other things you can do there. There's like a pumpkin patch. There was the zombie paintball and a few other little things you could do.
Some of the stuff is only available in the day as well.
Yeah, but you do have to pay separate for all of that stuff.
Right.
The ticket only gets you into the haunted houses.
Correct.
So for value-wise, we gave them an 8.
Yeah. So I think decent value. It's good.
Yeah.
So, it's good. Good value.
For overall score for Spooky Ranch, we gave them a 7.
Yep, as we've said many times, it was just slightly above average or at average. So there's nothing was particularly awful, but nothing was particularly great. It is just that. It was like, this is acceptable, and like, if you're in the area and you really want a haunted house to go, I wouldn't be like, oh, don't go there. I'd be like, I mean, you could go there. I mean, or like she said, if you haven't been to many haunted houses, you'll probably really enjoy it if you haven't been to other haunted houses. I think it's a good thing to go to if you're not real acquainted with haunted houses and what like the best things they can be, because this is definitely like a step up from like your average like theme park attractions, I would say. Yeah. But yeah, it's cool, I guess. Hayride is neat. Yeah. But that does it for this review. If you haven't subscribed to us, make sure to do that. Yeah. Also, we have a Patreon now, which you can become a patron for us. We're only asking for $5. We'd greatly appreciate it if you do that so we can continue to make more content. We also have a Facebook specifically dedicated to Haunt Talk now, and the links to both the Patreon and the Facebook will be in the description below. Thank you guys very much for watching.
Bye.